What's up, everybody? It's Surreal coming to you from the Small Fry Show. On today's video, all these windows up, man. Let's talk about when exhaustion sets in. When exhaustion sets in. But before we get too deep in this thing, you already know what I need you to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come join the family. Also, the views and topics expressed in these videos are mine and mine only. They do not represent the company I work for. I am not a spokesperson for said company. Now that we got that out the way, how everybody doing? It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Well, it'll be Monday when y'all see this, but it's Sunday at the time it is recording. It's a beautiful day, man. It really is. I had a great weekend, like I told y'all. My temperature gauge showing 60 degrees. It actually supposed to be nice all week, man. But what I have to do is dress. I look at the nighttime weather, cause I start out, in the evening, 6 o'clock, and I'm getting back in the morning. So I can't look at the daytime weather. I gotta look at the nighttime weather. But that ain't the point of this video. What do you do when exhaustion sets in, man? Because it's gonna come a time when it's gonna happen. It is. It ain't if, it's when, because there's so many different factors that goes into this job, man. Just trucking in general, But majority of the OTR drivers, they drive during the day, but you can have a situation where you get held up at a dock. Now you gotta split log it and then run through the night. It's happened to me. It happens. It's common. So that just sometimes creates a snowball effect of running at nights if you ain't used to. But exhaustion can set in during the daytime as well. It's not just people who work nights get exhausted. No, people who work days do too, because you have long days. You have long days, especially doing this job. Whether you work days or nights, it's your responsibility to go home and get rest. It's not like OTR where you park at the truck stop and you're there for 10 hours. Now what? Now what happens? You got 10 hours to break. This ain't like that. And so you got to be able to acknowledge when it happens and see the signs of it coming. Whether it's irritability, whether it's you're tired, whether you feel like you're dozing off, you're sleeping and you ain't feeling rested, That's when you got to be able to call the company and say, hey, I can't go right now. Or, hey, I got to rest. Or, hey, can I run something shorter? Can I do something short? Like, I'm just tired. And that company should be able to accept that. Because they shouldn't want nobody to get hurt. They shouldn't want you getting hurt. Them getting, having the liability of somebody getting hurt. But if they don't accept that, you got to be okay with saying, well, hey, I ain't coming. And I'll take whatever comes from it. And have that moral compass to know that you're making the correct decision in the moment. But let's talk about when it happens out on the road, because if you may get into your day and feel fine. And that sun may go down and you may be like, man, I'm tired. Or just through the day, We all have that period where it kicks in and we feel it. So then what? Then what you do? So whether it's, getting coffee, pulling over, taking a nap, getting out, getting some fresh air, walking around, that helps. fresh, ice cold water. Some people drink soda. But I think the little power naps help. The little 15, 20-minute power naps. Get out, get some fresh air. You don't want to go into like rapid eye movement. And that should be enough to keep you safe to get you back home if that happens out there. But if it becomes something where you say, hey, I can't even make it back, you're going to have to call and tell them, hey, listen, I can't. I'm about to shut it down at this terminal and go to a hotel. Like I said, you got to be able to make that call. For me, mine came in the wintertime. Mine came in the wintertime because even though you do the same run, repetition. It's repetition. And it's long nights. And it's nice of chasing freight. And it's nights of, man, what's going, 12, 13-hour nights each night. That's gonna wear you out. But mine came with the snow. I've been doing this job for over 15 years. Y'all know that. But going on a route where you can get snow every night, whether it's 2 inches, 3 inches, it don't matter. You can get snow every night. So 5 nights a week, you can be getting snow. And I'm telling you, it'll wear you out. It will. And so that's where mine came. The combination of the run, 640 miles a night, sometimes more. 18 dropping hooks, the snow, the ice. Man, sometimes even the rain. If you're tired enough, sometimes the rain will wear on you. And that stuff just, man, you get your days off and you like back at it, you like, man, my days off went quick. Right back in the snow. For me, it was a long winter. Like I said, I ran up there for years. My last company, that was one of our main customers. But I didn't go up there 5 nights a week. To run that run 5 nights a week, basically I've been doing the same route up to Erie for the last 10 months. And then obviously Irving is past Erie, an hour further east. But just to, I started getting snow at the end of 2021. So where most people wasn't getting snow yet, I was. That carried over into 2022. Plus things that I had going on in my life, my personal life, and things like that. That plays too. That plays into your exhaustion. So that was me, man. The winter, the snow really. It was the time that I asked myself, man. I said, can you do this for the next 20 years? I asked myself that, and I evaluated it. And the honest answer that I gave myself was no. You can't. I can't do it. Like that winter almost broke me as a driver, y'all. I ain't never had it like that, man. Like I'm pretty good. I can deal with the snow. It's not a big deal. But these doubles being empty, and that's the thing. I pulled doubles before, but it was a sleeper truck. I was a solo driver still, but it was a sleeper truck, air ride trailers, and things like that. Makes a difference, man. This equipment being shut, but having that single axle, it gets stuck so easy. It's spinning out, and you nervous about getting stuck and things like that, man. And these things just don't handle good in the snow at all. They don't do good. So that was me, man. That was my exhaustion. So I was able to, acknowledge that, man, I'm wore out, man, and I was, it's good to have people to say, hey, man, listen, it's, my last meat guy, man, he I still talk to him. We laugh about it sometimes. He told me, he said, man, it's the run, man. It's the run, it's the weather, it's the, putting a lot of hours in to chasing the freight. It's a combination of all that wears on you. It wears on you mentally, physically and emotionally. So you got to be able to accept that and know that. And maybe, like I said, maybe you might have a day where you got to go to them and say, hey, I need a day off. I need 2 days off. I've heard of guys calling in saying that, man, I'm tired, I can't go. And they didn't force them into it or whatever. Hey, if you're tired and you can't go, you can't go. We'll figure it out, And honestly, that's how it should be. Nobody should be forced into running when they don't want to run, or they don't feel safe enough to run, or whatnot. Because like I told y'all countless times, that's when the bad things happen, and that's when people get hurt, and that's when people get killed. But we don't want that. So for you, I want you as a person to be able to know when that's happening and be able to make the correct decision and be okay with, if your company don't like it, understand that you made the correct decision for yourself. But also, if your company force you into it or try to make you feel bad, guilt trip you and things like that, man, it's time to look for a new company, because they ain't going, when something happens, they ain't going to go to court and say, well, we made them and this and that. No, they going to be looking at you saying, hey, man, we ain't know. They'll throw you right under the bus. So your company, you tell your company you can't go because you're tired, and they don't give you no type of support. And like I said, they try to guilt trip you, make you feel bad, and all this stuff, and we can do this and that. Yeah, hey, you need to start looking for another company, because they telling you what all you need to know in that moment, and it ain't nothing good. That's what I'm telling you. So think about that, because we want everybody to make it back safely. That's the goal, is to provide for your family and get back home safe to your family. In one piece, the same way you left. Because it's going to happen a time when you're going to get tired, you're going to get exhausted. And it's natural to want to keep going and run and make it and be the hero and all that. But that can cost you more than what you're willing to pay. Think about that. So that's going to be the video for today. We're going to get on up this road, enjoy this weather. But as always, make sure you arrive to your pickup and your delivery on time and safely. Call your loved ones, tell them you love them. Love on somebody today. But most importantly, be the reason that somebody smiles today. The world needs it now more than ever. It's Shermel, coming to you from the one and only Small Fry Show, and I'm out. Peace.